thanks for clicking on this channel. Welcome to Brian's Funhouse. I got about 80 new pieces of fun vinyl and CDs that we're going to add to the Funhouse here. Let's get right into them. Thanks for clicking and liking and comments and subscribing and all that. I found this. This is an old glove I used to wear in the 80s. Heavy metal. What was that? Heavy metal. But barely fits. Anyway, I found it. I've been cleaning the Funhouse because I have so much junk to bring into the Funhouse, even though I have house repairs I need to be paying for and not buying music. But we're all addicted to music, aren't we? So that's what we do. We travel around the world curating the perfect music collection. My first stop brought me to Grand Rapids, Michigan, to Vertigo Music. My first time at Vertigo. I think I've driven through Grand Rapids here and there, but never really stopped through the town. Had a work convention, a yearly convention, and this year is held in Grand Rapids. So what do? I search record stores, and that's what I do. So yeah, I went to Vertigo. It's a really nice place, chock full of stuff, and priced nicely. They have a big CD collection. Not a lot of stores are having. Oh, this kind of hurts. It's so tight. There's not a lot of stores that are really allowing a lot of room anymore for CDs. You know, they're trying to get out of them and stuff like that. I've been purchasing equal amount of CDs as LPs lately because that's how I roll. Berlin, this is their fourth album from 1996. Yeah, it's not their best. Their first one has a other singer, then Terry Nunn, the one that we all associate with Berlin, joined after the second album. I love the first two. But yeah, this one, of course, it has the big hit, which is Take My Breath Away from Top Gun and all that. It's a good album, but I think their first, second and third albums were a lot better. Faster Pussycat, this is their second one from 1989, Wake Me When It's Over. I do have it on vinyl. It's a kind of beat up copy I bought pretty recently. So I got the CD so I could throw that in my iTunes and listen to the CD. I still have a CD player in my car like I mentioned before, so that's why I get CDs. XTC, their fifth album from 82. I heard they have a lot of albums. I heard this one is kind of up towards the top. XTC is a band I just have a few things from, but I've always appreciated their music. So yeah, this is English Settlement from XTC, and I'm going to try to get into that. And this was like a hits album collection from Quiet Riot. About 43 minutes of their music, Quiet Riot. Fun stuff. They really broke it so big with that first album, and then it was just, to me, if you look at the era that Quiet Riot came out of, they were the first kind of to break it big, but then when other bands started to come through that door, Quiet Riot's just quality of songs, it just wasn't, I mean, if they didn't take from Slade, I don't think they'd have as many hits, but yeah. Anyway, but I went there primarily for vinyl. We're talking about Vertigo Music in Grand Rapids. Got Jimmy Eat World Futures. This is their fifth album from 2004. This is the one after Bleed American. If you're not familiar with Jimmy Eat World, a fantastic rock band, I believe from Arizona. Great band. Bleed American is just a perfect record. It's one of those like perfect albums where every song kind of just, it really makes sense. So yeah, Futures is their follow-up to their perfect album. This one, like I said, is their fifth album from 2004. It's a great one as well. This is a Smashing Pumpkins unofficial release, bootleg, whatever, pirate copy, whatever you want to call it. It was like $20, so I figured why not. It is from like 89, 90 when they were working on their first album. It's kind of like it's pretty good quality, but it's like probably tapes. Who knows if even like cassette tapes of songs they were working on. Some would actually appear on that first album, which is my favorite from Smashing Pumpkin albums. Talking about Gish. But yeah, it's got Slunk, Siva, Honey Spider, With You, Egg, Rhinoceros, great one. So yeah, a lot of songs that, Billy Corgan wrote like 5 million songs. So yeah, this is early Pumpkins bootleg. They don't get any money from that. Whatever. Stiff Little Fingers. This came out as a record store day release 2022. This is a 1981 and 1982 concert of theirs, like songs from those two shows. One was BBC Live in Concert at Paris Theatre, London, UK. The other was BBC Live in Concert, University of East Anglia in Norwich, UK. One from 81, one from 82, yeah. So all the great songs you need to hear from this Irish band, Stiff Little Fingers. And this is what happens on record store day. Sometimes they put out so much releases and stuff, you wait a year or two and they are slashing the prices. This thing was about half of what it was originally going for. So the thumbnail has international shopping with Keanu Reeves and Paris Hilton. How does that fit in? Let me tell you. Grand Rapids, I was staying at a hotel for my work convention thing for a few days, and my friend was like, hey, Keanu Reeves just walked by. And I'm like, what? The guy, Keanu Reeves? And she's like, yeah, you go, somehow I got voted, you go see if that's really him at the bar. So I go into the bar, long, huge bar, beautiful room. Forget the name of the hotel, but it was a really nice hotel. And there's like one dude there talking to the bartender and two people on the end. Immediately, two people at the end, Keanu Reeves, go up. Hair was disheveled, and I'm acting like I'm waiting to order my drink as soon as he gets through ordering his drink. I get a peek of him, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is him. But he looks like he just woke up and really doesn't want somebody to be like, hey, you're Keanu Reeves, you're from the Matrix. Like, why? So I go back to her, and I'm like, yeah, it's him, but I don't want to bother him. So then we go into another part of the hotel and just start eating and stuff like that. And then it's occurring to me, like, how many times am I really going to walk past Keanu Reeves? Like, his first movie, I believe, was Youngblood, the hockey movie. I love hockey movies. Youngblood was one of my favorite movies in the 80s. So I was like, man, that would be kind of cool just to say hi to him. But, oh well, things happen. And, I can post on social media. I just met Keanu Reeves. And then I become cooler, right? That's how social media works. And I'm like, whatever. So we're like, hey, let's go out outside the hotel and just hang out. Another place to get drinks. And I walk out, and they go to get ready, my friends. And I walk out the hotel lobby alone, and boom, hanging out at the edge of the hotel on the street corner, sitting on this curb thing, smoking a cigarette, is Keanu Reeves. So I'm like, it's meant to be. Now it's meant to be. He's out in public. It's pre-game. No one's around. I'm like, hey, how's it going? You're on tour or something with your band? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm a big fan. I don't want to be a pain in your ass, but can I just get a quick picture? He's like, sure. Snapped the picture. He wasn't really awake at this point. And then my friends came out of the hotel, and he was all, oh, these are women. I'll be a little happier and more fan. So I got the first picture, which was like kind of sleepy. And my friends kind of wanted to hang out with him. I'm like, let's just go. Let's go. Leave the star alone. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. We got our pictures, which was nice. Let's just go. But yeah, so he was in town, and a few of my friends went to see his band, and I was curious. I'm like, hey, I've always heard of his band, but I've never heard them, really. And he's 60 years old. He's been playing in his band forever. They were formed 1991. This is their third album from 2023. His band, of course, is Dog Star, somewhere between the power lines and palm trees. And I wish I had this with me. Wish I bought it prior, because I would have had his whole band autograph it, because all of them are hanging out at the hotel lobby probably after the show or something. And the other dudes are kind of blocking him in, so unless you like creepily knew there was a big star right there, you wouldn't really see him. And yeah, he's just a cool guy. And I like the band. I wouldn't say I love them, but they have two other albums beside this, so I might go seek those other two out on CD or something. The singer, I think, has to be into Cheap Trick. If you know more about the band, let me know. But he's got a style like Robin Zander. He doesn't sound like Robin Zander, but how he's phrasing the words. So it's good stuff. I would say it's like light alternative pop rock. I'm always hoping for a little bit heavier stuff, but it's good stuff. It's like a B. So, But yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. I wish I would have had it. I'm sure he would have signed it. But yeah, so that's my Keanu Reeves part of this whole thing. Because I don't clickbait you. If I put something there, it's happening in the video time of the world. Went home after Michigan for like a day. I was home. Went to Blue Village Vinyl out in Westmont, Illinois. They always have cheap CDs there. I always find good classic rock stuff there or other stuff. This is Vertical Salt. This is the American Thighs, I think it's called. American Thighs by Vertical Salt. Vertical Salt. The character from whatever. This is the alternative band from Chicago that didn't really blow up that big. Mid-90s, early, mid-90s stuff. It's alternative stuff. It's on CD, so just check it out. Also, I always want to get more Peter Gabriel era Genesis, and this is one of the holes that I need to fill. This is Selling England by the Pound from Genesis. This is their fifth one from 1973, so yeah, I'm always anxious to hear more of that trippy era of Genesis. And of course, the Scottish alt rock band is their third album from 91, talking about Teenage Fan Club. I think they're up to their 12th album now, so they're still around, pumping out alternative rock. Teenage Fan Club, this is bandwagon-esque. beautiful logo or symbol on the album. They're so simple and so perfect. Let me get a sip. So then, jumped on a big jumbo jet, went to Ireland, and went to Freebird Records. Great place. Before that, though, I had to pay respect for a musical icon of Ireland, Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. It's my second time in Ireland, so second time hanging out with the statue. But yeah, near there, you can walk around the whole town there. Freebird Records was there. Interesting little place. I've been there before, like I said, my second time. Got some CDs there. These were €6.95, so what, about $7.50, about $7.50 US. This is Bruce Dickinson, of course, singer of Iron Maiden. This is his 7th solo album. I have no idea he had 7 solo albums. I did check out 2 of his earlier solo albums. I didn't really like him that much, but I'm hoping I like this one. This one just came out this year, 2024. But it's always a bad sign, though, when something just came out and it's already that's being in a used bin, but we'll see. I may like it. Band from Ireland. This is their 4th one. This is from 1985. Talk about Mama's Boys. I do have this on vinyl. I have their first 4 albums on vinyl. Or no, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on vinyl. I think I still need to get that first one. Great band from Ireland. Mid-80s kind of heavy metal. I wouldn't say glam because they never really played up the glam side, but just poppy heavy metal stuff. This is Power and Passion. I believe after this one, they added a 4th person to sing. But yeah, this is good. I was glad to find that because you don't find that in the States all the time. They also had, like I said, lots of used CDs. So for $5 each, band that I just saw again for the 3rd time, Mastodon. Was that Georgia? I think they're from Georgia heavy metal. This is Crack the Sky. And I also got Emperor of Sand. And they had a 7-inch section. I flipped really fast. I didn't want to spend all day there. Got Anarchy in the UK, of course. When you're in the UK, you might as well buy Anarchy in the UK. From 1988, of course, Sex Pistols song, Re-Envisioned by Megadeth. So, happy to have that. Saga's first album. This was about $8. Saga, first album, 1978. I believe they have 22 albums out now. What's their big one? Turn Loose, On the Loose. That's the big one from Saga. I think that's from their, maybe their 3rd album. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Saga. So I'm interested to hear their first album there. We are going to have a big pile of stuff because I have a big pile here. This video is going to be long. I apologize. Sinner, German heavy metal band. This is their 6th album from 1987 called Dangerous Charm. This was like $13, so I might as well try it out. You know, it's import, used from 80s. Yeah, count me in. Why not? Sinner, Dangerous Charm. A fun UK punk band. When you're in the UK, you might as well purchase UK, right? This was from 2011. Not sure what they're up to now, but the band is called Snakes. The album is Kiss This. Like I said, just fun punk rock. Snakes or Snakes. Fun stuff. And then last but not least, the last vinyl. I didn't want to buy a lot of vinyl because I still had to go to other parts of the world and come home. Judy in the Sky with Nazis. What Do I Say? Volume 1. So this is from Holland, Netherlands, the place that has Amsterdam, whatever you want to call it. It's like garage rock bands. Came out in 2004. It's a compilation of a whole bunch of garage rock bands. So let me know in the comments below if you have that one. Let's see, what else did I do? And I went to Spin Dizzy, which is also in Dublin, Ireland. Spin Dizzy. That's kind of in this kind of mall-y area. Didn't find a lot there. There's a lot of new releases. I'm looking for old stuff. You know, things that I would consider here in the States to be imports. I'm looking for that. Didn't really find a lot of that. So I did look at their 7 inches and picked up a few. These are just a few dollars each. Living Color, Solace of You from their 2nd album, Time's Up, 1990. Shy from 1987. Shy was like a glam rock band from the UK. It's from their 3rd album. It has Under Fire, Young Heart, and Break Down the Walls. Break Down the Walls was played on Headbangers Ball, so if you know Shy, you know Break Down the Walls. And Slade, they have 600 albums out. This is from their 11th album, Keep Your Hands Off a Power Supply, which is actually, that's the US. In the UK it was called something else, I believe, that release. From 84, Slade. My Oh My, and the title track of what they called the US version, Keep Your Hands Off My Power Supply. Did also a whole bunch of mail order. I don't know why it caught my eye that Paris Hilton was signing CDs. Although, Suspiciously, I think it's auto pen, and I hate that when artists do autographs, because I have a Taylor Swift one that you can tell is she actually signed it. I hate auto pen. I don't want to buy auto pen stuff, so just say it's auto pen. Just say I'm not really sitting there and sign it. You know, I got a Steve Perry thing that he actually signed. He took pictures of him signing stuff. Great. Paris Hilton, I don't know. It may be real. It might be auto pen. I know some people are saying it's just auto pen, but their auto pen one does not look like this one. So maybe she signed some and auto penned others, depending on what distributor you got. But yeah, if you're going to autograph something, man, you need to autograph it for real. Oh, this is can you see this? Oh, I don't think you can. There you go. Keanu Reeves. I got his John Wick figure. Those John Wick movies are pretty good. This is, I think, John Wick 2. And that's me and him. Because we're friends now. We're friends now. Yeah, so the album sucks. It's kind of like pop, dancey stuff. You know, Paris Hilton. You figured she would... It's auto-tuned heavily, obviously. But I was just hoping it would be, like, catchy. But it's really boring and it sucks. So not only did I get... And I'm a big fan of hers. And not only did I get probably an auto pen autograph, but musically it just kind of sucks. I'm sure it's flopping. I don't know. But sometimes pop music don't know that it could be up the charts, but I don't think it is. It's not a great one. But what is great, I would say this for sure, their 7th album from this year just came out in September. It's called Rack. They always have a one-word name titles for an album. Jesus Lizard. Oh man. It's been like 20 years since the boys put out an album and you wouldn't even know. Jesus Lizard. I may have even talked about this in my previous video, but it's so great. Pick it up. Rack from Jesus Lizard. I usually like groups that are more like poppy. You can sing the chorus. Jesus Lizard isn't really that kind of band. They're loud, abrasive, but I love it. They're just awesome. So eBay seller, we'll move to eBay world here. Had purchased 3 CDs, only pay for 2. So I watch Brandon Snyder here on YouTube. He has a great channel. There's a lot of YouTubers that have great music channels. Brittany Fox, and he talked about this one being really good. This is their 3rd album. They switched the singers out. Brittany Fox, this is from, I wrote it down, 1991. So the singer on the first 2 albums left, and they got a new guy, and this is called Bite Down Hard. It's good. I like it for that glam heavy metal stuff. This is Annihilator. I had this on vinyl ever since it came out, and I believe I sold it because it was worth a little bit, and I really don't listen to that much, but hey, I wouldn't mind a CD. So this is the one I picked for my free CD, Annihilator, Alice in Hell. And the other one I got was a triple pack of Manowar albums. 2 of these I have on vinyl and 1 I don't. And so now I don't need to get it on vinyl because their prices are high. Fighting the World, The Kings of Metal, and The Triumph of Steel. 3 Manowar. This is so heavy. You can't lift this. Oh, pulled my back. So heavy. 3 heavy albums on 1 CD. That's hard. A local band from the 70s and 80s, I believe, early 80s, late 70s, I believe, from the Chicago area is called Sorcery. Sorcery or Sorcerer? Sorcery. Oh, it's got cartoon boobies. Sometimes YouTube just hide the cartoon boobies. Sorcery. And they are like not as heavy metal as you would think from this cover, more like rock. So more like a Rainbow Deep Purple meets Spinal Tap, because there is some humor. I don't think the humor was intended, but like the drawing is kind of humorous. There's a drum solo in like the 3rd or 4th song for no reason, and there's a spoken word or spoken intro along this song that's kind of supposed to be creepy, but it's not. I'm sure back then it was, but yeah, so it's kind of Spinal Tappy, but it's good, man. If you, the album is worth like $400 or something. It's crazy if you want to get the original vinyl of Sorcery, Till Death Do We Part. But yeah, if you could pick up the CD, if you see it on eBay, it's, well, for any heavy metal, hard rock fan of that kind of stuff, pick it up. Smoke and Pole is one of my favorite bands from the Chicago area, from the northern suburbs. Born to Quit was their big album in the early 90s. They performed all the songs live recently this year in 2024, and they put it into a vinyl. Went to Riot Fest. You saw the music there. Man, this video's long. I know it. I feel it. Sorry. And at Riot Fest, NoFX played their 3 final Chicago appearances. They're all through now. They played their last show in LA a little while ago. This is their Surfer 7-inch, the Chicago version. They just added a cardboard piece to the album. I didn't have this on vinyl. I had this on CD. The War of Arism. So I wanted to get on vinyl, but yeah, it's worth more because it's like an exclusive because they added a little piece of cardboard. Also at Riot Fest, Smart Punk music was there. Smart Punk has a store outside Orlando, and I've always wanted to go, but I bought a Face to Face live album from Smart Punk. And one of my favorite bands at this year's Riot Fest was the Dead Milkmen. Seen them a few times throughout the years. Have all their early stuff. And this is their album they just came out with. Quaker City Quiet Pills. It's pretty good. You can put it with their older stuff, and it plays nicely. Surprise band that I've never seen, I don't think. I loved at Riot Fest. They played after the Milkmen, and I'm like, I gotta start getting into them. So I bought the first album, talking about the Dickies. This is the incredible Shaking Dickies. This is I think a non-issue or a reissue, but a not official reissue is what I'm trying to say. So bootleg, I guess. I think. I'm not 100% sure. 2020 Survival Research is the album label. I know the original came out in 1979. But yeah, I really like his voice, and yeah, good stuff. I'll probably get more from them. Another band I saw at Riot Fest, I believe I showed this already. I bought it before Riot Fest. Still haven't really listened to it. Brutus, Unison Life. Brutus, a great band. I was at the flea market. Like I said, I'm going around the world curating. This guy had a whole bunch of things. I don't know if he owned a store or something, but obviously he was just through trying to sell albums. He didn't care. This is Def Leppard with The Diamond Star Halo, a recent album of theirs. I love High and Dry. I also like Pyromania, and I can stand Hysteria's fine. But after that, they've just been crap. I'm sure this is crap, but it was like $10, still in the shrink wrap. I'll listen to it. I probably won't enjoy it. This was also like $10. I think he was just trying to get rid of his stuff. Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets. The Mono Mix. Ooh. You had some used albums for like $3. Happiness is Being with the Spinners. Spinners finally got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year, I believe. I watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last night. It was kind of Spinners. Another Spinners album. And I got Deep Purple. Who down the what the? I don't even know what is it. Who do we think we are? Who do we think we are? From Deep Purple. I don't have that at Miles, and I do. And last but not least from him, I got ZZ Top Legs. I don't like a lot of ZZ Top. They're a band that you think I would like, but I just And side 2 is LaGrange, which is probably their coolest song. Played a show, and one of the bands on the lineup of the show is a long-running band from California, about 20 years or so, I believe. Go Betty Go. This is them, if you've ever seen them. That's what they look like. Go Betty Go. This is Reboot. I think this is like their first EP, so I wanted to start with their first EP. And yeah, they were really good. Like kind of a throwback. You know, a lot of punk rock, like the Ramones has that like, throwback to like 50s, 60s kind of style in some of their songs. It was just kind of like that. Another band I saw at Riot Fest, The Warning. Keep Me Fed. This is their third one, I think. Unfortunately, I like them live a lot more. The sound was a little more harsher, it was a little more This is really cleaned up, poppy, hard rock, heavy metal kind of thing. The Warning, 3 beautiful sisters from Mexico. Boy, see how I exaggerated beautiful? It's not about looks, Brian. It's about the music, yes. But it helps that they're 3 beautiful sisters from Mexico. The Warning, I will check out their other stuff. I just wish I had more of a harsh... I don't know. Perhaps the earlier stuff does. I was at a antique mall. Usually those are horrible to find anything because everything is jacked up prices. But this guy has CDs for $1. Kiss My ASS, the Kiss tribute. Got this on vinyl when it came out years ago with that mid-90s, 94. It's got some good stuff. Got the CD now. And also they had, flipping through, I found this. Lizzie Borden, one of my favorite heavy metal acts. This is their 5th album from 2000, so it's already 24 years old. Jeez Louise. This is the gray marble vinyl version of Deal with the Devil from Lizzie Borden. Love some Lizzie Borden. And last but not least, I did order from Target. Someone put on one of the vinyl groups in Facebook that Target was having a buy 2 get 1 free sale, so I figured let's fill some holes in my collection. And people on this YouTube like to watch videos of people unboxing stuff for some weird perverted reason. Oh man, I tell you, you never know. Amazon is always packed okay for me, but I've seen videos of just horror stories of how they packed albums, like throwing an envelope Target coming up strong here with cardboard upon cardboard, killing a few rainforests to get these albums to me here. And, alright. So I totally forgot what I got. Killing Joke. Oh, this is the one where Dave Grohl plays drums. This is their 2003 album, Killing Joke. A few videos ago I said it's a band that I've always thought of and didn't really purchase a lot of their stuff. Now I'm getting into them big time. Killing Joke, 2003 on CD. This is, what is this? Unto Others. Oh, I think I was watching YouTube late at night, and this is how I discovered Wolf Alice. I was watching some like old Smashing Pumpkin videos, and you just let YouTube play, and they'll like play stuff that's kind of like what you're viewing. And they played Wolf Alice, and they're one of my favorite bands now. And I think I don't know what I was watching. Cure, I think, because this is like the heavy metal version of Cure, people are saying. Unto Others. This is Strength from Roadrunner. So it's got to be some kind of heavy metal. I think this is what I picked for free. I knew Killing Joke, and I knew this one that I'm going to show you. And I didn't know Unto Others that well, so I picked that as my free thing. Always good to check out new music. I won't censor this, because hopefully everyone just has a sense of humor. Eating Lamb. It was called the Heavy Petting Zoo. No Effects. This is, of course, their make my fact sheet sure here. This is their 6th album from 1996. I got the promo CD of it, and it came with a blow-up U, and I sold that on eBay, but years and years ago. But yeah, No Effects, Heavy Petting Zoo, but this is called Eating Lamb. This is the reissue version, I guess. And yeah, this offends a lot of people. Does it offend me? I mean, it's disgusting, but it's a cartoon. And like I've said before on this channel, it's okay to be offended. You can just turn this off. You can go, that's disgusting, I don't want that. But you don't boycott things. You don't censor things. It's okay to be offended. We live in a beautiful country where things are going to be offensive because we have lots of freedoms that other countries don't have. So, cartoon guy hanging out with his little sheep friend, that's one of the freedoms we have. That's why my uncles fought in WW2, so we can have cartoons. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, thanks for watching.